2022 GSL Season 2. Africa TV, Freak Up Studio, live. 2022 GSL Season 2.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the round of 10 of the GSL Code S. How you doing, Artosis?
Oh, I'm doing fantastically, Tasteless. The round of 10, we're going to have a lot of variety from here on out, basically, in the tournament. And that's going to be a lot of fun. A very different format from the group phase, and very refreshing, I would say.
Yeah, I like that we mixed it up here. I mean, obviously, it's the same show, but having a new format, I think, does make it a little bit more interesting. I wasn't sure what to think about this change in the tournament when we started the last season, but I actually quite like it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would like anything a little bit different at this point, I think, right?
Yeah.
Because we've been doing the GSL group format for so long, and it's a great format, to be sure, but yeah, it's nice to spice things up.
Yeah, and so keep in mind as we go through the day here, the results that we're going to be getting in, nothing's going to be truly finalized yet until we get to
nothing's
that.
decided today.
Yeah, so that's the only, maybe a little bit of a downside, but it does make it a little bit different here. So if you're used to the old format where we're kind of going through like winners, losers, and then that final match, it's a little bit different here. It's a round robin.
That's right. And by the way, like, we're live today, Monday, and then we're going to be live tomorrow, Tuesday.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we've had a schedule change. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, and we're going to show that in a minute. But then with the week off that's coming up, you're going to see here, because of DreamHack Valencia, there is going to be a little bit of, the schedule just being changed. There's a week in between there. See that thing that says break that's a straight line?
I actually really don't like that that's the way that looks,
Yeah,
because that's totally I was actually looking at that, and I was just thinking, well, how are they going to get back in time for that Group A? But basically, we're going to have Group B tomorrow, and then there's going to be some time off for all of us over here at the studio. So if you're watching now or you're here in person, you are welcome to come back tomorrow or tune in tomorrow.
Yeah, and quite the cliffhanger, right? Because we're going to do week 1 of Group A and Group B. Nothing's going to be decided. Full week off, and then we're going to figure it out.
That's right. So you guys can see here, here's the format for the round of 10. Again, if you missed the last season, we do have a very different way right in the middle of the tournament as far as eliminating the players.
Yeah, and this will feed into that round of 6, which is kind of fun the way that it does that, right? Like you can do kind of mediocrely. Like someone can do very poorly today and still get through. We saw that last season.
Right.
They did very poorly on day 1. I'm trying to remember who it was. Was it herO or something? I think.
I actually can't remember off the top of my head, but
someone did very poorly on their first day and then came right back through.
Yeah, so, this is, I think, a better experience for the players, especially when you get to this part of the tournament, really get to size everybody up against everybody else. We also have new maps here. We're going to be on Cosmic Sapphire.
That's right. And as you can see, hashtag there is a gold base at 7 o'clock. Also, hashtag there is a Xel'Naga tower near the 1 o'clock position. We ain't done the hashtags, Tasteless. When the rocks in front of the expansion are destroyed, the straight path is opened. This is how StarCraft's meant to be, is the destructible rocks opening the map up. And then, of course, the last and final hashtag, the first 4 expansions are easy to defend, but the 5th and 6th are difficult to defend.
It's going to be interesting seeing in TVZs and PVZs how that pans out. Might put a little bit more of a burden there on the Zerg players as they get in the late game. It does seem like...
I think they'll just spread creep to those bases. What do you think?
And if they can't get creep there, they'll just put overlords in the other spots. But it does seem like we've had a couple of maps here that sort of lend themselves to be late bases, very accessible to Zerg, and it seems like as we're going to continue to craft maps out here, we do want to have, I think, more of a burden on the Zergs in the later part of the game.
Yeah.
What are you giggling about?
Well, you said as we continue to craft maps, you've never said that before.
It's the first time I've said that ever. I'm trying to find new ways to say the same thing.
I thought, craft macaroni and cheese.
Oh my God, I almost choked. Oh, you are a treasure, Artosis.
Oh, you're going to miss me.
All right, we're going to go to the interview. Andy, go ahead.
All right, so last season, the round of 10 format was introduced for the first time, and we have a stack of great matchups today. Very highly anticipated matches. Right, so we're gonna have an interview with the day one of round of 10, week one players. So they are Maru, herO, DRG, Zoun, and Sue. Hello, everyone. Hello.
네, 반갑습니다. 자, 이렇게 A조가 꾸려졌습니다.
All right, so this is how the Group A matches turned out to be.
B조보다 A조가 더 세 보인다 하는 여론이
And there are some
많은데
people who are saying that Group A is comparably easier compared to Group B.
A조가 좋다.
So if you guys think this way, please put up your hand. Oh, nobody's putting up their hand.
역시나 아무도 손을 안 드셨는데요.
Okay, it feels like nobody agrees with that.
사실 10강에서 만나기 싫은
Right, so
선수
herO,
1위로
you're voted first place as a player who is most disliked as opponent. And everybody has been praising for his ability and skills in this season. So herO, why did you not put up your hand?
그냥 다 상관없어가지고 안 들었어요.
Well, you know, I didn't really agree with it. That's why.
다음으로 많이 뽑혔거든요. 까다로운 선수.
So herO, you were
그냥 안 드신 거
voted
아닐까요?
as a very picky player. So what about that?
저도 그냥 안 들었어요.
I mean, I didn't put up my hand as well.
박소 선수도 마찬가지예요. 저녁 이후에
So DRG, you as well. You have been putting on a consistent performance after your military service, and you also defeated Rogue on your way here.
저번 시즌도 그렇고 그냥 저의 반대편 조가
Well, just like last season,
더 보여가지고
I feel like Group B is comparably easier.
제가 알기로 박한솔 선수가요. 어느 선수
So Zoun,
방송에 들어가셔서
I heard that you
영승 4패
appeared on DRG stream, and then you said to him, "Hey, bro, congratulations on your 0 wins, 4 losses in advance." I heard that you said that in chat. Is that true?
진짜 다른 조에서 만나가지고 영국 사패로 같이 떨어지는.
Well, we were supposed to meet in different groups and then get eliminated with 0 win, 4 losses. But you know, we're in the same group, so this is quite fascinating.
2위를 바라보시는 분이기 때문에 여기 10강에서 떨어질 생각이 없으시거든요.
So Sue, you probably don't want to be eliminated here in the round 10.
어떤 선수일까요?
So do you have a certain walkable player in mind? A free win card?
사실 뭐 그런 생각은 없었는데
Not really.
자꾸 한 소리가 옆에서 도발해가지고
But you know, Zoun has been provoking me a lot recently.
한
So
소리만 이기고
even if I do get eliminated, I'm gonna take down Zoun
무슨 일이 있어도
before I go
내가
down.
박한솔 선수 한 명만을 잡겠다.
Wow,
사실
Sue,
정말
that's
재밌는 게요.
that's some determination there.
이번 시즌에도 조성주, 박한솔, 김준호 이 세
So
선수가
Maru,
또 한번 묶이게
Zoun,
됐습니다.
And herO, I want to ask you a question.
시즌 10강 리그에서도 만났었고
So you guys
이
met
정말
last
치열한
season
경쟁을
in the full league round of 10,
이렇게 운명이 뒤바뀐 또
and then you guys
결과가
shared a common narrative
있었어요.
at the time.
그래서 조성주 선수께 질문
So I want to ask you a
드릴게요.
question, Maru.
그때 나의 확정은 나의 탈락은
At the
확정된
time,
상황에서
your elimination was certain.
이번에는 좀 어떤
And then that
위치에서
time you beat herO 2-1 to make DRG advance. So what about this time?
2패하니까 너무 힘들더라고요.
Well, you know, in week 1 last season, you know, I had 2 losses, so it's been a very difficult journey afterwards. So this time, I want to have at least 1 win.
이번에는 좀 어떤 마음이세요?
So herO, what kind of mindset do you have today?
상대랑 마찬가지로
Well, just like Maru,
첫날이 중요한 거 같고.
I think the first day is very important, very instrumental.
저번에 성주한테 고춧가루를.
You know, last time, you know, Maru defeated me, and then I got eliminated. And in my slot, DRG advanced. So that was quite unfortunate. So DRG, you defeated Rogue on your way here. Today you have a match against Sue. So what about today, DVT?
그 상대전적상으로 제 천적이어가지고
Well, you know, he's kind of like my nemesis in our matchup. So I think it's going to be a very hard match today. And Sue actually said that he's quite close to you recently. So do you agree with that?
옛날 같았으면은
Well, if it was a long time ago,
쉽다고 생각했겠지만
I would say this matchup is quite easy for me.
그때는 너무 잘해가지고
But right now, DRG is on a roll. He's very good. So I think it's going to be hard. So this week, all these players are going to have to secure at least 1 win to have a comfortable week 2 match. So before we wrap this up, how about every one of you say something before we move on to the match? Okay, Maru first.
일단 저번에는 2패 시작했으니까.
So last time I started was 2 losses. So this time I'm going to secure at least 1 win in today's match. Then herO, what about you?
성주의 그 1승에 제가 없을 겁니다.
I'm going to beat Maru at all costs today.
준호가 없으면
What about you, Sue?
저일 것 같은데.
Well, if it's not herO, then I think I'm gonna be defeated by Maru. even if I do get defeated by Maru,
최선을 다해보겠습니다.
I'm going to at least defeat Zoun. Now, what about you, Zoun?
이게 1일차 때 무조건 잘해야 돼가지고.
You know, you gotta be really good on day one. Day one is really important. So I'm gonna try to feel at ease and try to play comfortably and move on to the next round. All right, then what about you, DRG?
저번 시즌에는 그냥 성주한테 기대가지고 운이 좋게 올라갔는데
Well, last season I made it to the next round by coincidence, thanks to Maru. This time I want to move there by skills. Alright, so the first place will move on to round of 4, the second and the third will move on to round of 6, and the rest of the 2 players will get eliminated this season. Alright, we're gonna dive into the match.
Thank you, Andy. Excellent work as always. Okay, so guys, it's going to be going through the first part here of Group A.
Yeah.
Now keep in mind, it's going to be a little bit of downtime before we get to wrap up Group A because of that break.
Yeah.
Because of our scheduling conflict here. But anyways, yeah, excited to get this group started here.
Indeed. So, I mean, it's a great match to start off on as well, right?
Right.
Maru versus herO. We're going to see if herO's craziness is enough to overcome Maru. Can Maru actually make it into that round of 6? This definitely looks like a GSL that is very winnable for him.
Yeah, to be honest, herO is the player I am the most excited about out of everybody in this tournament. He's shown, I mean, he was always a lot of fun to cast, right? I mean, he was a little bit like SOS, but had, I think, less totally eccentric strats and more impressive micro and execution, I guess would be one way to put it. He's somewhere between a parting and an SOS.
Yeah, I would say he's slightly closer to parting. Like, he's got like some of the best micro, definitely a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is very on-the-fly creative, it feels like.
Yeah.
But yeah,
well, I think a lot of what parting does is very premeditated and mapped out. It seems like herO has really good instinct in the game.
It feels that way, yeah.
And I think out here in Korea, testing your style against Maru is basically testing your ability against the very best of that race.
Yes.
So I think this is going to be a really interesting one going forward here.
Yeah, like what is he actually going to bust out here? Is he going to play super cheesy aggressive? Is he going to go for bigger macro games? I think he will stay pretty aggressive overall.
I think so. herO, I would say, probably has some of the best and most successful timing attacks in the whole game. Again, really impeccable control. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that he also has been introducing this very cool alternative style to PvZ. Obviously, this isn't a PvZ, but let's keep that in mind. He may have some new approaches to this matchup as well.
Oh, absolutely. He's definitely a very creative player. And of course can devote like his entire brain to it now, right? Like with the military out of the way, I feel like that's a big burden that's gone, right? If you really want to dive in, you can do it with no regrets at this point.
Right. Now, of course, Maru here, look, he's been looking amazing. He's been in great form here. Obviously, I think most of modern StarCraft 2 has been very, very Zerg dominant, but, I think if Maru if he didn't exist in the lineup of players, Terran would look a lot more hopeless,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we would have had to shut the doors on the servers when TY went to the military if Maru
we would have just had to make this into Warcraft 2 and just have Zerg and Protoss
Pretty much.
But he seems to just have the ability to play and perform in a way that is just, almost like a fourth race really here. So we're going to start this out on Hardwire, go to 2,000 atmospheres, and if we get a game 3, it's going to end on Berlingrad.
Yeah, should be good. I think it is going to go to game 3. Hard to imagine a 2-0 here.
Yeah, I think they're very evenly matched. I think this is 2 of the strongest players in this season of GSL for sure.
Yeah, certainly.
So this should be a good one. And it looks like our game is now loaded up, guys. Game 1 with Maru versus herO.
Onside Gaming, Maru. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, herO.
right.
So Maru's got an SCV already going down towards the bottom right side of the map. Is he going to actually build something with this, or is he just basically checking for proxies? I mean, herO is sort of known to do that a lot.
Yeah, I think it's just an eBay block, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Which, eBay block, I feel like it's not as good against herO. I think in general it's a pretty good move overall. It can screw up a lot of build orders, but herO is like a guy that's more likely to one base, and he's also a bit more creative than a lot of players, right? So I don't think this is going to affect him. He's even got 3 guys on gas already.
Got some Maru support in the audience here. Thank you for coming down, everybody. It's been so cool to have an audience again. And I get a lot of people tweeting at me or DMing me about coming down. I mean, even right now, our studio is not completely full. I mean, so if you want to make it down, I think we're kind of still, as far as human behavior goes, still kind of getting out of the pandemic, if that makes any sense. So studio is still not as packed, so you're definitely more than welcome to come down and hang out.
It's gotten more and more busy, though.
It feels like every week we get a few more people in here.
Yeah.
This is one of the countries that was a little bit later to open back up. Yeah, the eBay block is, I think, very strong. But what you said earlier, Tosis, I really agree with. I feel like this is probably one of the weaker moves against somebody like herO. I feel like herO's kind of, he's hard to kind of punish and lock into a position. He's really good at kind of, he's a very slippery player to play against.
Sure. One thing I do want to mention here is that I do not like, and I've been very vocal about this, if someone eBay blocks you and you make your next at the third base, I think that is one of the most dangerous things you can possibly do, because there's so many things that can punish this. Like, for instance, Hellions. Like, how many times have we seen, like, Parting make a Nexus third when he gets blocked, and then Hellions run in and kill all his probes? It's very hard to block because you don't have a proper SimCity, right? Like, even if you take your natural, if you don't SimCity perfectly and on time, the Hellions can kill everything. But then Maru is going down a different path, which is just a 3-racks opener. So now we have 2 distinct locations that must be defended against this. And that's going to be scary, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I like the placement of these barracks here.
Yeah.
So I feel like we haven't actually seen Maru do this build before.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't like ever do this. He's so tech.
This feels like what Beyond normally does, but I think Maru clearly has actually planned this out pretty well. Because, like, if you had to cover up the IDs, and, like, you showed this game to me, Maru would be the last guy I would bet to do this. Yeah. So I think he's basically prepped very well for herO.
Yeah, this would be, I would be guessing Beyond or Kier right now. They've both been using this build a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, Beyond has literally always used this build a lot.
Yeah.
For him, it never went out of fashion.
Yeah.
But it seems like it has gained, a little bit as far as popularity. Now, the Oracle actually flies in and sees it. He did a good job of zoning it for a little bit.
Yeah, this is funny because we caught it off screen, but there's a gateway being warped in at 12 o'clock. And that's because herO wanted to do a timing attack. I don't know if he wants to do it now that he sees there's just many barracks here.
Yeah, that might be.
But it seems like Maru's strategy has now been discovered. I don't know what this means for these 2 builds interacting with each other, but obviously if you know an attack's going to come, it's always better for you, right? I mean, you can prep.
Oh, absolutely. And, I mean, being on 4 gates and getting Blink, he can absolutely field enough Stalkers to hold this off. In fact, if he does nothing but make Stalkers here, with his level of micro, there is a possibility he whittles it down to just about nothing. Like, herO, I like how he's done this. He didn't even make a second Oracle. I think a lot of people would see this and say, oh, maybe I should get multiple Oracles or something, right? Like, try to punish the fact that he's going so heavy on Marines or something. But no, this is fantastic from herO. Let's see, like, is he going to be able to actually get enough Stalkers out with Blink? And I think the answer is going to be yes. Like, I don't think he's going to lose anything big.
Okay, this attack is inbound. It feels like this can't work, right? For how long the herO has seen this coming.
It seems like he's prepared for it very, very well.
Yeah, like if
Blink is about to finish, 4 batteries are about to finish, more Stalkers are coming 4 at a time. That's hard to stop. Oh, he's got to be careful right there, though.
He's got a little tactic set up here behind the smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised he went out and battled at the smoke. It's like the only area where you completely can't really do anything. All right, Blink's away. He's fine. Maru trying to be very careful with this. Doesn't want to lose too much.
And you know, so far it seems like this has been deflected like really well.
Yeah.
You know, keep in mind that there's no medivacs with this, so every time you stim, it is permanent. And there's a point where, you know, you're going to be so low on HP, everything just gets one-shotted. Maru's going to try to set up to sandwich this. It doesn't look like it's going to work out that well. And he pretty easily blinks away. I like the 4 stalkers here. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, blinking into the main base now here. Going to be able to one-shot SCVs. Absolutely fantastic. Forces a lot of units back. They stim in, and he can just get out with them now.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like herO dealt with this basically perfectly.
Yeah, and now he's going to come up here and attack the front, and I think he might just have enough to fight this if he blinks correctly. I mean, again, every shot is permanent. I don't mean to, like, you know, repeat myself too much here, but, you know, if you don't have medivacs here and the Protoss has shields and is blinking away, like, this is really bad for the Terran. You know, now there are 2 medivacs being made here, but everything is so damaged, I don't know how much it's going to help. And more stalkers are being warped in here. I mean,
yeah, he's staying really active and starting to pick off a lot of these right before any medivacs are getting out. Look at this. Does he hit that critical mass where he can actually just overwhelm this? He might. The SCVs being pulled up. herO pulling back more quickly now after that stim as well, but now we have medivacs. Now the damage tasteless, not permanent.
Not permanent, but I don't know how much energy is going to actually be here. You can see the moment that he stims, he runs away again. Oh, a little bit of miscontrol there by herO. And I don't see any reason why herO wouldn't just keep doing this.
Yeah.
He is definitely killing more of Maru's stuff than Maru is killing his. In fact, we're seeing, I think, almost nothing get killed here for herO. So, you know, eventually, I think it could end up just, you know, overwhelming him and winning the game, basically.
Yeah, 20 Stalkers is pretty serious. Now he's adding more gates, getting some Zealots, getting an Immortal +1. So he is continuing to go forward with his build as well. Now, Maru's army is getting pretty scary. He has used up a lot of energy on these medevacs trying to heal that damage. But as his Marauder count grows, he is going to trade a bit better against these Stalkers.
Okay. The Widow. Ooh! Almost misstepped there. Looks like he's going to be able to tag that with the Oracle. We do see Maru beginning to kind of break free here. I mean, goes to show you how good he is under pressure like that. But we have more tech coming. Let's keep in mind big picture, because we're basically just watching these little armies fight each other. It is herO on 3 bases. Maru's still on 2 for a long time. Yeah.
It does look better for herO, there's no doubt. This is the point in the game where really Maru's supposed to be up in army supply, and that's not the case here. His economy's still strong. He hasn't really taken damage on that, so that's nice. He's going to Ghost Academy. That's nice as well. But herO's got a very scary army.
Yeah, and he's got some speed lots with this as well here, charge lots, so he's going to be able to do a lot of damage here, even seeing that Widow Mine. And I think we may be almost to the boiling point here, or like, I don't know that Maru can actually last in this game for much longer here. You see the medevacs, their energy is almost entirely depleted. I saw an Immortal, I swear. I don't know where it is now, but that should be coming up with the mix, which should add more punch to this. And again, at this point in time, it's not even about, you know, Terran getting a third. It's more about, can Terran even survive the next couple of minutes here? There it is. 2 Immortals are going to be out now.
Yeah, that's rough. Now, that's a good mine hit. The second mine hit, not quite as good. There's some good micro here from Maru, but the 2 Immortals adding that extra damage is so fearful.
Okay. More Zealots are going to come up here. And I mean, this is just looking worse and worse here. We're just and at this point in time, it's just Marauders, by the way, which is going to be really bad for these, you know, when they start to get hit with these Immortals. Don't count Maru out, but again, I mean, this is just looking so dire right now. He does have 1 Ghost with the group. I'm not sure how helpful that's going to be. You can see the extra command center is already going to get landed up there in the main. He knows he's not going to be able to get out of here for a while, so he might as well make SCVs or something with it. Try to get some kind of value out of it.
Not the best force fields right there. Maru, you know, as these ghosts come out, that's going to help him to push a little bit further forward. Colossi are coming up to join. Thermalance is not done quite yet. And look at this, 2 Disruptors as well. So, man, we are getting very close to Maru death.
Yeah. I mean, it's impressive. Maru's basically been fighting this off for what I think is like 5 or 6 minutes now. He has, you know, been able to stretch his legs a little bit. I mean, he's going to have a 3rd CC landed over here, but this is probably when herO wants to try to attack in.
Well, I think that might be a little bit premature. That is a great split and spread here from Maru. Marauder's doing a good job with those Immortals in the back. They're doing a great job as well. More Zealots coming forward. Maru's actually eliminating a lot of units. Brings a Mind Drop right into the center of everything. And man, I tell you, you make one little mistake here against Maru, and he jumps all over you.
Yeah, it looks like he thought about dive bombing that and just dropping the infantry on there, but then he's like, okay, no, back up. That's actually crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think
herO just dives, like, literally if he waits for, like, one more round or comes in from a different angle, I think he does, like, 5 times better there.
Yeah.
I think that was the
I don't think we
worst
were
thing he
wrong
could've
in
done.
saying it looked like herO was, you know,
well, he was certainly
close
getting
to the
ahead.
finish line here, but
yeah.
Now, again, doesn't mean Maru's going to win. Both these armies are pretty beaten up. Dude, good save.
Maru's so
That
fast.
was crazy. herO has a 4th base, so he's still in pretty good shape economically here. Nice dodge on that. And I think herO is not going to let up. He's going to keep trying to put pressure in over here. It's important to appreciate the geography here. It's basically these 2 lanes you can move down, which makes it hard to have proper surface area. It does give a bit of a defender's advantage. It's kind of like trying to move through a funnel.
Yeah. And the spreading here of Maru is just fantastic, so it's really hard to actually get your splash be utilized. He gets like the ultimate arc upon you as well.
Right.
But look at the actual army here of herO. It's so scary. 4 Colossus, 4 Disruptor. That's crazy. That is so much splash damage.
Okay, coming up here, we have a lot of SCVs pulled. Oh, I'm sorry, they're not. They're actually expanding.
That was a super panicked 4 Disruptor shots sent out at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Definitely not the right way to do that, but he has more Disruptors coming now as well.
This is really impressive. It's like we're watching Maru with his back against the ropes. He's been taking a beating the whole time, but he's pretty much in full recovery mode now. It seems like these attacks are going worse and worse here. Again, though, this is one of these things where one side overextends a little bit and the game can end. So, you know, herO had a lead, Maru's fought back, but now Maru has matched him on bases.
Yeah, he's done a very good job with that, that is for sure, but the amount of robo units here still make me very scared for Maru. That it gets harder and harder and harder to actually engage, even though he's whittled down so many gateway units. Look at that. I mean, amazing damage from Maru, but when you have 6 Disruptors and 3 Colossi, that is very hard to deal with.
Yeah. Okay, so he's coming up now. And I don't know that he's going to be able to get through. It's kind of mind-boggling here, to be totally honest. I mean, this is an 186 supply Protoss. I mean, he's basically maxed out. Now, I think he just out-positioned him there.
Yeah.
That was a big moment.
Yeah, he can actually get this command center, I think, as well. Just zone out a little bit. But yeah, the Disruptor shots are too powerful here.
Yeah. You know, that command center was dangling for a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you or I noticed it. It didn't seem like herO quite noticed it, or Maru for a little bit, but then there was an opening there. He came in there, he got a lot of damage, and 13 SCV kills is pretty big.
Yeah, for sure. 45 SCVs only now. Great EMPs go down. Disruptor balls absolutely everywhere, and it seems like herO is going to finally overrun him.
Dude, what a game, though.
Yeah.
Maru putting up a hell of a fight.
Another round of Zealots coming in. Maru trying his damnedest here to stay alive. Can't quite do it.
herO did it.
Look, we got to go back to the fact that Maru tried to open with a 3-racks opener, which he does not normally use. It really didn't do anything. herO got a single Oracle out very, very quickly, scouted what was going on despite great zoning from Maru. And once he knew what was going on, he had like perfect counterplay against it, to be honest. And with his level of micro, I think that's a hard strat for Maru to pull off. Because really, it's like your micro can be pretty good as Terran there, but when you have someone superb like herO that's going to control just right and not like blunder his units, it's very, very difficult.
Look, I think that all goes back to the beginning. We saw Maru do a build. It's just like, you know, that's not a Maru build. I think he did it trying to throw off herO, but herO scouted it, and I think herO handled it very well. But kind of a reminder to herO there of how strong of an opponent Maru is. Maru almost pushed out. For a little bit, he literally had matched him on bases.
Yeah.
And was winning the fight. But eventually, you know, you have that many Colossus, you have that many Disruptors, too strong. Anyways, guys, game 2 is on 2,000 atmospheres, and we're ready to start that now.
Onside Gaming, Maru. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, herO.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not his main base.
Yeah. So straight up, throwing down that forward gateway, piling in the main. That's the max packs, my man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
It's the Pax Max.
The Pax Max. That means like lots of peace, right? Like
Pax Max?
Yeah.
I don't know. So this is going to be a super cheesy build.
Yeah, you're not really cutting probes with it because you do get that first pylon in the main base. So it can be tricky and throw Terran off for sure.
Yeah, it's actually one of the cooler openers, I think, in the matchup. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
It's fun to cast. You having fun, Artosis?
Dude, I'm having fun. Ooh, fun day. Yeah. It's nothing like a little Star C2, man.
Yep. A little bit of Star Gamery going on here.
The factory going up, this is actually pretty fortunate for Maru. Obviously, he has not scouted yet. But the fact that he's going for like a tech build here to open against herO. Wow, that's a great scout as well. Against herO, who's trying to be cheesy, that's very good, right? If you make a command center here, maybe things go wrong. But he's going to have plenty of play. There's a lot of opportunities for him to just parry anything herO's doing since he's not building that command center.
So, he hasn't shown the Zealots. Well, here he is. Now he's brought the Zealots in here.
That's funny. I think Maru was not even looking, maybe?
Yeah, I think he saw the blip on the mini-map. He's
like,
going to come back. Now the Stalker's going to come in here. The Zealot can tank quite a lot of hits, but, you know, the Stalker is just a better unit than the Reaper.
All right, just barely gets out of there. Very well done. With the Stalker coming up, it gets more and more annoying. Oh, my God. He is going to just get this add-on.
If he targets that, yeah.
Okay, the 2 Marines did make it out, which is actually pretty important here. If only one had popped up, he had gotten that like 1 second quicker. Yeah, the second Marine, like he would already have lost all of his units here. That's wild, man. That was so close to going wrong.
There's one Widow Vine. What is wrong with me? There's one Widow Vine coming out. I can't talk.
A Widow Vine.
Sorry, guys. Trying to cast this with a mouthful of peanut butters. Sorry. Nice moving. Ooh, and even pulls the mine into the SCV.
Yeah. Well executed there. All right, this is some sloppiness going down. The Nexus has been started, but the command center finishes for Maru here. I think accidentally there for a moment. Gonna go ahead, push this mine up. He does have a Cyclone coming, which is gonna be very, very powerful. See if he pops out a Viking here. He will now. Oh, he actually is going to get the meta back. So maybe looking for some counterplay there?
Yeah. Again, the beating's not done yet. Cyclone is going to chase this out. And what's been a pretty tumultuous start here. Oh, nice! He gets that.
So nice. So nice. Very
Never fails to amaze me, the range of that.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I really miss when the Cyclone first came out, when people just go lock onto your Nexus at the beginning of the game and you'd lose it.
Yeah, that was...
Just walk away from your defenses.
That was what we call the golden era of StarCraft,
no, that was the good old days. I really remember that fondly.
So he's got 2 Widow Mines in here, as this medevac is going to jettison north. But I got to say, you know, Maru kind of holding everything off here so far pretty nicely, all things considered. This could have gone a lot worse.
So a couple gates coming up along with Blink. It's a pretty normal continuation there. Let's see what he gets done with these mines.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh
so
my God, he gets another one.
It feels like there was a bit of an error there.
Yeah, that was no.
That was, yeah.
No, Artosis, that was a fight where both sides played perfectly.
Wow, you got it. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, another proxy gate going down. Phoenix being made here. Gonna be able to chase that medevac out very nicely. Or should be boosting in there again in a second.
Yeah. It's kinda
Almost
crazy
surprised
that-
his stalkers didn't just kind of wait.
I think what herO's basically decided is that, like, all right, I need to actually start to fight him again here, or I'm just going to get further and further behind.
Ooh, good targeting.
And so what he's doing is he's just going to, like, try to run across here and figure something out. He's got the proxied gate. This could work, actually.
Yeah.
Again, I've always said I really like herO's instinct in general. I think he has a good way of kind of looking at the game when it's very chaotic and parsing out what is going to be the best answer possible.
Well, he has an insane killer instinct, that's for sure. Oh my God. Okay, picks
that was-
off a Cyclone and a tank. Actually, that was better done than I thought it would be when he split the shots up.
That looked like it was going to be the worst thing ever, and then he did it absolutely perfectly.
Yeah. He finished everything off just right at the end.
Now, there's only one tank out now. Keep in mind that, I mean, actually, a lot of the same ideas are kind of at play from game one here with the pressure, but, you know, if he can come in here and start to just avoid the tank or snipe the tank, both
Dude,
are...
he can lift it.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
and he's
a
going to get stim.
Okay,
Oh,
this
man.
actually is... Now, this could have been a little bit cleaner, I think, but honestly, getting stim...
That was awesome, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really impressive, and he's going to go for DTs. herO is a killer, man.
Yeah, he really is. And, I mean, the thing is, this is... Like, they're playing some real StarCraft here, man. Like, this is back and forth. They're definitely both trying to think off the cuff how to do this. Because it's not like you think to yourself, yeah, and then I deny Stim and add a Dark Shrine. That is, you know, everything has been crazy for basically the entire game. So a lot of freestyling going on. Oh, gets the tank, sacks the Phoenix for it. A very good sack, I think.
And almost gets this barracks, by the way.
Almost got the bunker as well.
Yeah, oh, did I say barracks? Excuse me.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say was bunker. Yeah, had he got the bunker, that could have been the moment where he could have actually been cracked open.
All right, Dark Shrine is almost done. Maru does have enough for a scan. 2 scans, in fact.
That's right.
So that's kind of impressive to see, because it's not, okay, he drops both the mules. Uh-oh. I was going to say, if he's, like, banking those purposefully, that's, like, an amazing read.
The DT can oftentimes be a good way to blindside them when you have this much stalker pressure. Even the way the last game worked. How much? So he has 38 energy on that CC, 31 on this.
Dude, this is going to be bad.
Does he want to go for the tank?
I think you go after SCVs.
Okay, yeah, I was looking at this differently. I was thinking maybe you want to come in and... all right, so he's going to start to get that.
Okay, he does want the tank.
Yeah. Well, he's going to save the tank. Oh! Oh, the stalkers are coming in. That was so confusing to look at.
Okay, so 1 DT is down. There is enough for a scan there. There you go.
There's 2 more DTs coming, though.
There's just got to be, right? He does have DT Blink on the way. It's a very, very, very early DT Blink.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I think in this situation, you can just stall him out. Like, that's a scary Terran army. For sure, the Terran army is like 100 times better than the Protoss army.
Yeah, for fighting, yeah.
But you got to wait for scans or a Raven, which obviously is not being made since he's going medevacs.
He's relying on scanners entirely here.
Yeah. And that's so annoying because, like, look at the army supply. 18 to 56 at that moment.
And the 3rd base is up. I mean, that's normal for this matchup. 5 more gateways coming here. I think that herO has set up a pretty good pin here. I mean, there's a lot of headache over on this side of the map.
And look at this. He's taking his swipes, and he's look at this. Maru just walks past.
Yeah, he's just going to try to ignore it. He's going to get that one, but this one can now blink into the main here.
Okay, but Maru's attack is just... Oh, this
Maru's
is so
attack
tricky, man.
might be enough to just destroy this 3rd base.
Yeah,
this is the thing. I think Maru just kind of realized, like, oh, I need to just, like, actually ignore this.
Oh,
blinks
he
up.
blinks
Did he get
out
out?
that. Oh my God! I think that the DT's still alive. But this attack is, I think, too much for the 3rd, right? But he does have a DT in there.
Well, if he gets really good force fields, I think he might have trapped too much on that side.
Dude, look at the DT. The DT is just going to town on that.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
He's playing extremely
that DT
well.
has put out hundreds of damage.
It's crazy, man.
Like, hey, look at this. He's still
Two more
half the
DTs.
army supply. Half the army supply.
Yeah.
Maru's got, like, if Maru could see his units, like, he would kill this army twice with what he's got. Seriously. But
well, the DTs are doing so much work. I mean, it goes to show you what happens if you just don't respect the possibility of DTs with Blink, by the way. You know, because then you scan and they have the finesse to just escape again.
well, you know, as soon as you save a DT one time with Blink, it's paid for itself. So it's a great upgrade for this situation as well, because he is so low, you know, on those scans. Okay, let's see. Does he have any scans left, Tasteless? I don't know. Oh, he does! All right, warp another DT. 2 more. This DT defense. It's so wild. All right, ghosts are coming out, so that's going to really help to deal with DTs as well. You can just EMP them, get rid of them.
That's one good approach here. But it might be time for the Protoss to start being the aggressor here. You know, he's getting that War Prism. There's a second Robo coming here as well. And you're really, I mean, I feel like I can't remember another game where DT's had this much of an impact.
Yeah,
like
well, without ending the game upright, right?
Yeah.
Like, just this army harassment that's been going on nonstop. Like, he hasn't dropped a mule in 100 years at this point. Like, he's never going to run out of minerals. Ooh, he got one out. There you go. This is a wild, wild game. Now, 4th base is going up here for herO. Just got started. Second Robo is coming as well.
A little overkill there.
Are we still going to warp in DTs? I think that's it. I think the DTs are done now.
Well, there has to be an endpoint to this, right? Like, this can't go on forever. But even coming in here and just killing off these SCVs, I mean, it's really good. Look, he blinks away again. Can Terran try to destroy those rocks there and then maybe attack in?
I would like that move, actually.
I feel like he might not do it.
Start the attack, get the force fields out, maybe attack the rocks. The thing is, the rocks will take a while to take down, too.
Yeah, and it could allow the Protoss for some pretty good attacks here. These Zealots are going to run by. All in all, though, I think Maru's playing a pretty good game. I don't think anybody's clearly going to win this right now.
Well, he is peaking up in supply very, very well at the moment.
Yeah, certainly has a bigger army, 105 to 73. Now, did he just outmaneuver him here? He could come in here and actually kill off quite a bit. And even got to get these 2 ghosts. I mean, this is like a lot of important units that were just wiped out here. Now, Maru isn't flinching. He's going to go all the way up here, wipe out this 4th base. So this is going to be kind of base trade-ish. I'm not sure what he actually has to try to defend this. These sentries seem to be kind of isolated, but the force fields pretty much couldn't have been better.
Those actually did turn out to be fantastic.
I thought he was going to get totally screwed there, but it seems like he's okay. And it almost looked like Maru was considering picking up and going into the main, and then the blink in kind of revealed his plans. He might still do it. 4 more DTs, dude.
Of course.
Like a little squad of Ninja Turtles over here, man. They're coming in.
I was so stupid to think the DTs might be over, but
that was rough for us, man. You know, he could blink right on top of the turret.
Oh, yes. The world is his oyster with these 4 DTs.
By the way, you know, we're starting to see a lot of Widow Mines killed off here. You are not going to win this game if you just have, you know, your standard comp of Marine Marauder. And so the fact that we've seen 2 ghosts already killed and now 4 Widow Mines just in that short period of time is huge. And he's forced this to lift. Dude, herO is playing like a god.
Yeah, he is really playing amazingly here. Uh-oh. DTs have got to get out of here. All right, does blink them away. Retaking his own 4th. The worker count is not that far off. Very similar as far as army supply. Well, I guess herO is starting to peak up a little bit. Also getting those disruptors in with the Colossi.
Okay. I am getting a little bit worried here for Maru because now this is a real pounding army here. He's kept these DTs as a threat, kind of edging in and then edging back out. I assume these are going to be Archons, yeah. So this is all while basically getting ready to set up for a huge push in here, and I just don't think that Maru can actually weather this.
Yeah.
I mean, EMPs or not. Here we
Probably
go.
not.
Big
Oh my
disruption
God.
shots in here.
Yeah, Maru does his best dodging it, but
Yeah.
the overall strength of this army is very, very scary. But hold on.
Yeah, hold up.
Oh my God. Is he just
Kind
going
of
to
a
kill
weird
everything?
result. Yeah, I am kind of stunned, to be honest here. He basically had enough in the air that he could kill the Colossuses. And so Maru actually survives that and is very much ahead now. That's crazy.
Dude, if you don't attack him perfectly, he just slaughters. Like,
Well,
he takes the best engagements TPP. It's insane.
I think he blinked in too far forward, and so the Stalkers soaked up too much damage, and then there was nothing to protect the Colossus.
Yeah. I think that's pretty good analysis of that, because you want your splash damage units to just kind of gain value over time. And when the battle's really quick, they're really not getting as much damage as they could. The longer you make it last, like, the damage gets higher and higher and higher that they've output. But blinking in like that, getting super aggro, like he was going straight up for the kill, and it felt like his army was probably big enough, but the engagement itself not that good. Well, good thing we're back to this.
Yeah.
DT's harassing the army once again.
Okay. Excuse me. So now, I mean, the game can go kind of anywhere from here, right? I mean, Protoss is definitely hurting. I don't think Maru is going to have an incentive to attack out just yet. But the problem for the Protoss is you're going to have to rebuild all of the technical stuff you lost, which is primarily Robo stuff. And so we're going to need to have Colossus in here again, unless he wants to do some kind of a tech shift. But, you know, it's pretty straightforward for the Terran.
Yeah, I don't think he's really able to do that. I think you just have to remake your Robo units.
Yeah, I think so.
He did throw out a couple observers there, get a bit more intel, I guess. Trying to grind a little bit of value out of these disruptors, more on the way. A Liberator being made. Be interested to see if he wants to go heavy on the Liberators.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. Well, Terran is now going to have their 4th base, and Protoss will have their 5th. I think we're going to have to wait for Maru to be maxed out before he wants to attack anywhere. But again, this is looking tough for herO. It's crazy. He gets so close to looking like he's about to end it, and then Maru ends up barely surviving.
Yeah. Well, he's got to work on his finishing game, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, that can happen. You know, people can get themselves in a great spots, but not be good at finishing. And finishing your opponent, like, against a really good player, finishing people in StarCraft is very tough.
Yeah, it is.
There's all sorts of defenders' advantages.
It's why if you're like against somebody and you're pretty confident you are better than them, even if you're behind, just play it out, because they're going to have a hard time closing it out.
Yeah. Well, great upgrades on both sides here. +2 armor and +1 plasma shields on the way. 3-3 almost done for Maru. Colossus. Oh, okay. He's going to add some Immortals. I like that. I think a few Immortals in his army is going to be very strong for him.
Yeah, I think
with
it's
this
a smart
+3
move.
attack. Yeah, just give his army a little bit more chunkiness, you know?
Sure, yeah.
Like, that's really important. A lot of these battles, Maru's ending up cleaning up with a big spread of Marauders, right? And the Immortals can help against that a bit. The Gateway units, like, everything he has dies pretty quickly, so the Immortal's going to help out a lot. This could turn into a really interesting game. Like, Maru obviously a bit ahead right now. Ooh, this is a big move right here. I think he is going to get that Nexus. No? Okay, he's going to just pull back immediately.
That's a tough decision, by the way, to make. Is like, do I really pull out here or not? You know, but Maru never really overcommitting. But he's going to hit down here at the 3 o'clock spot. But again, it looks like herO's going to defend this really nicely as well.
Yeah,
and honestly, these Vikings are wrecking this one Colossus. Oh, hold on. Big attack over here. Is he just going to kill the Robo?
Really outmaneuvering herO at the moment, like hitting 3 different locations in rapid succession. Picks off the Robo, picks off a couple of Immortals there. Very well done.
It's funny to think this game started out with the Max Packs, and here we are.
Yeah, it does lead to macro games a fair amount.
To be honest, I think it's pretty impressive what herO just held there. Like, he really didn't suffer that many losses. In fact, it seems almost like Maru lost more than herO did in some senses there. And I think there may be an opportunity for a counterattack. At least it looks like it with all this stuff collecting down here.
Nice little mine hit there. Maru waiting in the bushes. has to be careful here. I mean, like some of these fights, it's funny to watch them being taken. It's just like, okay, well, I guess, you know, he pulls away after the Zalts go down, basically, which is a good play. But he comes back, has some DTs in here now as well.
Okay.
Ooh, the little blink forward there with those DTs. A nice Destruction Ball comes out as well. And we'll push that all back.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I think herO's kind of clawed his way back into a decent position, all things considered. This is a pretty epic PVT. Keep in mind, we don't have in GSL that many PVTs that go on this long.
No, and this one's pretty dynamic as well, which is really nice to see.
It's one of our shortest matchups, actually. But in this game, it's gotten kind of crazy. Now, I think that they're both going to end up in a base trade spot.
Yeah, they're both going to lose a couple bases here, it looks like, right?
Yeah,
like,
well, the thing
herO
is,
definitely.
The thing is, I think if herO can keep his composition together, I think this can be pretty punishing.
Yeah.
You only need one base mining, right?
It's a lot of disruptors, man.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. And the thing is, I think he can basically take this fight and then recall back, and then probably win that fight. I think, I could be wrong. By the way, all the infrastructure is going to get wrecked.
Yeah, Maru going across the map with what he's got left.
There's definitely a tempo advantage here, you know, just at the rate of destruction.
Yeah. And I think you're right. Like, all he's going to have to do is recall a bunch of his robo units, and he should be fine. Well, another Immortal being caught out there, unfortunately. So this is a pretty full base trade. Like,
yeah.
I actually want to see the Nexuses with their energy. Like, where is he going to end up recalling to? Going to pick off as much as he can. This natural, of course, going to die.
Let's also watch the worker count as well here. There's 52. By the way, both these CCs are going to burn down. I guess one just gets killed off outright.
Maybe a mistake right there, leaving that one float or just sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, he picks off the main Nexus. That leaves one Nexus. So he does the recall. Oh, he recalled the probes.
I was not ready for that. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Well, I think there's something to that as well. Keep in mind, I think that yeah, these are all the barracks.
Is herO going to have enough for a Nexus after he mines these patches?
Oh,
yeah, I think he's going to just
barely.
It looks like it. Dude, this is crazy.
What an interesting position.
Who do you think wins from here?
I think herO barely wins this.
Well,
I think
Maru, look at the bottom right of the map. Like, he's taking everything right now, and he's very mobile still. But yeah, this is scary.
Yeah, well, dude!
Okay, picks up a lot, gets out of there. Oh, God, look at his Liberator.
Look at this.
This herO Liberator.
Okay, hold on. The barracks have landed in the main. I think there's 5 total. Keep in mind they don't have add-ons, so they have to remake that.
Maru has a way bigger bank right now.
He does. It's very true, Ortosis. He has quite a bit. How many are actually in the medevacs?
I don't think there's 57 army supplies, so
I
it's
don't
not
think
too
he
bad.
has that much.
No, but if he catches these Stalkers, I think he wins. Like, I think the Stalkers are so key here. Okay, only loses one Marauder, but kills one of the Disruptors, dodges those. Very well done.
Yeah, if he can get on the other side of this CC, these Disruptor shots are going to be pretty handy.
Dude, herO has to be careful here.
Yeah, this is like, both these armies are so glass cannon-y. He sent the Colossi down now that he realizes that that must be where the bulk of his stuff is, right? I don't know what is there to defend. I'm sorry, were there even any cannons?
Oh, this is crazy.
This is crazy
right now.
I think if he can take this fight, keep in mind, oh man, 1DT up here.
Oh, that is brutal.
Yeah, you know, it was a weird position, but I think he almost made too many command centers. Like, you don't actually need this.
Maru made too many command centers? I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, well, now we've seen it all, man.
Okay, was able to deal with that DT, so that's nice.
It's 35 SCVs to 35 probes.
Oh
my
God.
This is a planetary. Where is the Terran army? Oh, there it is. Okay. I thought it was moving up or something. I couldn't see on the minimap. Another nice connection. Gotta be careful.
Okay. Yeah, he loses a few units to it, but don't forget, Maru is still producing.
Yeah, and
that
now,
is like a really important aspect of this.
Yeah. Well, he can actually get behind.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Really?
This is the craziest thing ever.
I think he's barely winning this. That's going to burn down. He could send one stalker behind the minerals.
Yeah, that's annoying.
It's easy to forget, but the planetary actually doesn't have that much range, so you can just like not respect it and go around it.
Dude, Maru still has some quality in his army. He's still producing a fair amount.
Well, he's boxed in this army in the main now. The factory's going to go down. It's very important we watch every building and unit that's killed here because this has become so scrappy, and he's going to YOLO it up. But here's the thing. You could just recall again. He has enough time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
and there's actually a mine sitting there, by the way. And look, his observer did not get recalled because it's in siege. So that mine is going to continue to get great hits. Oh, never mind. Well, he uses disruptors.
Yeah. Are we going to go back into a normal game now?
Dude, if this turns into anything that resembles a normal game,
this is crazy.
That's almost too much. It's like fiction.
It is important to note that the infrastructure right now is disastrous on both sides.
Maru's about to have 2 armies. Like, he has 1 army up there. He just sent medevacs back to his rallied units. He's up a good 34 army supply. Even though it's like a lot of high-quality units here for herO, he actually doesn't have many stalkers. He needs to get more stalkers into this game. Because the more that Maru can abuse the medevacs, like, you can start doing crazy things if there's nothing that hits air.
Yeah, that's very true. He's going to keep chasing him down here.
But now another group from Maru is going to run out onto the map.
I got to point out, by the way, how disjointed Maru's base setup is. His infrastructure's in the main. He has this one spot in the bottom center, and then he has another kind of isolated base in the bottom right.
Dude, he has 3 Nexus Islands right now.
Yeah,
that's it. He is
really,
crazy. You're right. All right, picks off another stalker. Oh my god. So now with the 2 groups, how do you defend this as herO?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think he's going to have to start breaking off parts of his army. I mean, I think for one thing, he could keep a couple disruptors here to defend. I think he doesn't have to roam with all of them.
It will definitely buy you some time. Oh my god, he's picking off even more with that other group now. At the, well, what was this, the 3rd base originally?
Yeah.
That's the main, though, is the problem.
Yeah, it's looking more and more like Maru's going to take it now.
Yeah.
That's it. GG.
What a game.
Wow, dude.
What a
that
game.
was something else, man.
That was fantastic.
Honestly, I'm like kind of stunned.
That was one of my favorite games this year. That was really awesome. Like, it looked like both sides might win it early on, and then the base trade, oh my god.
Yeah.
And Maru just with some amazing, amazing play there. I think that, herO kept thinking he could go kill, and he just could not quite do it. Wow, what a game.
I am like just in a great mood, honestly, with how good that game was. That was so fun to follow and cast. And
it was amazing.
Kind of interesting. They both, a lot of base trades, it's with expansions getting wiped. This one, they both went into their mains and destroyed the infrastructure. And then it was like this really chaotic, scattered game.
Yeah, a lot more fun than losing bases, right?
Yeah.
Losing all that production. Just so interesting. Don't forget that game had like 30 DTs blinking around too, by the way. That was a wild opener.
All right, guys, we're going to go to game 3 and settle the score. Maru versus herO. Let's go.
Onside Gaming, Maru. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, herO.
I got to say, man, I think herO is a real threat this season.
Yeah.
Like, he looks so strong. And it's not just like, okay, who beats who? It's like, you look at these games and it's like, damn, so good. From Atlanta, welcome.
What's up?
Hello to you. Yeah, guys, it's so good to have all you here in the studio. It's so much more fun for us to cast with an audience here. Kind of feed off that energy. And for those of you at home, it's never too late to come down.
That's right. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Korea is an amazing country. Definitely want to visit.
Yeah. We were just in the Atlanta airport. That's a good airport, by the way.
Atlanta?
Yeah, that's a good airport.
It's an excellent airport, yeah. There's a lot of bad airports out there.
Yeah,
though.
most airports are terrible.
Yeah.
It's so funny. When I was a little kid, I thought airports were like the coolest things ever.
Absolutely.
I thought I was like, man, this is crazy.
Every little
like,
kid thinks that, yeah.
People are going places. You have all these cool big planes and everything, and all those cool machines outside. But now that I'm an adult, it's like airports can be kind of a unique hell. You're like, I got to just get out of here. I got to get to the other side. I got to either get to my hotel or get to my my house.
Well, I guess new things are exciting. I remember when I first started flying for StarCraft tournaments in 2002.
Yeah.
I felt the coolest ever, man. I had my little gamer backpack with my keyboard and mouse, and like, there's all these businessmen on the flight, and I'm like, yeah, I'm here for business too.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm on business as well. You try to, that's when I was young enough, I try to strike up conversations with people and be like, yeah, you know, I'm just going out of this gaming tournament.
Like, what are you, a nerd?
What a nerd. And now I know if I sit down on an airplane and anybody starts to talk to me, I'm like, I need to figure out how to stop this immediately. The last thing I want to do is to become friends with somebody on my flight next to me.
Oh, man, the guy sitting next to you.
Some nice little old lady. I'm trying to give every cue possible that I don't want to talk to you. I've got like headphones in. Putting a bag over my head, just anything. That I don't want to have a conversation on an airplane.
So we have an Oracle opening here. Looks like mines coming out for Maru getting that port as well, so probably a mine drop going to be coming up as he finishes up on this expansion, just kind of hiding what he's doing.
All right, Hellian's going to come in, try to kill some workers off.
Yeah, pretty quick reaction from herO here.
Did Reaper die?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gets 2 workers. He did see the Oracle, and he did see 2 gates being warped in there, right? So that's a fair amount of information. You know, the Reaper and the Hellion don't really scale in this matchup. They're not going to be super useful throughout, so I think that was a fine move.
Okay, Twilight Council here. I'm sorry, this is 3 gates total or 4? 3. 3, okay. This is, oh, now it's going to be 4. There's a third, okay. So it is going to be the 4 gate. You know, it is a little bit thematic here from herO, isn't it? He just kind of wants to, he has different variations of stalker pressure he likes to open with. Well, I guess it makes sense. He's got the best micro in GSL right now. So.
Yeah, and this is really interesting because the 4th gate, once again, is the proxy.
Yeah.
But remember we were talking in Game 1 about how he got out the Quick Oracle, and he scouted that it was 3 racks, and then like he played 4 gate with Blink and kind of kept it aggressive as a counter. But he's doing the same thing against something completely different here.
True.
So it seems like this might just be a build that he likes in general rather than a counter like we originally were thinking in Game 1.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting. Where maybe he just got a little bit lucky where he's like, yeah, this is the build I was using, that's the build he was using, mine did well.
Okay, so again, you know, scouting this is probably the most important thing you can do early on to then, you know, prep for, brace for impact here. He does have everything well positioned. There's actually a Widow Mine in the main. Even landing the Vikings actually a great move because they're going to force Warpins back at home.
Yeah, Vikings actually murder probes so quickly, so fantastic to see. Has to do a recall. Dude, 5 workers killed plus a recall and 2 stalkers. That Viking was an MVP.
Yeah, I'm worried that this rush has failed before it even started now.
He's not going to be able to do anything.
I don't think, I totally agree.
Maru
He's going to use the Shade. Oh, I thought he was going to use the Shade to peek up, but I guess he can just see it with an Oracle.
He's going to need a mine here, man.
Yeah, he kind of just went around everything, didn't he?
Spots that mine. Does not, in fact, eat it.
Somehow this Cyclone is not dead. This is with 1 HP, and he's going to keep trying to juggle it.
Very swift pickup there. I love it. Look at that.
The little dance back and forth here. These 2 guys are so good.
I still don't think he's going to get any real damage done here, you know?
Well, he might have created a defensive imbalance here because he's going to go right on top of that tank.
Oh, that mine hit was absolutely
insane.
awesome. Absolutely awesome. Throws down the auto turret as well. A perfect auto turret, killing multiple stalkers there. I'm still a fan of Maru's defense here.
Yeah.
Okay, blinks
Dude,
forward.
he just barely does not have the right number to snipe this tank every time. Does he actually have enough to snowball this fight? I mean, I see one medevac.
The
and
auto
a
turret
lot of
comes out, another siege tank comes down.
But if he can blink on top of that one.
Oh,
He blinks away.
He's got 3 very soft stalkers in there. If he does anything aggressive with them, they are going to just pop. In fact, the tank's going to start finishing them off here.
Yeah, now they're stuck over here unless they blink out again. Looks like he's going to kill the gas.
Keeping that aggression up. They're actually very similar on the worker count. Third Nexus has been started for herO. Oh, he's popping out a Phoenix here. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Phoenix can spot for jumping up into the main base, or you can try to utilize it to pick up tanks or something. But honestly, I think Maru's defense has been more than good enough. And, like, look at those army supplies. Look at the quality. 13 Blink Stalkers and a Phoenix against this army from Maru. I don't see, like, I like Maru's position way more is what I'm trying to say here.
All right. Yeah, he's going to come in here again. Dude, Maru's going to try to go all the way around and trap him. He's going to snipe the tank. I think the most important thing to watch with this style is if you just keep getting the tanks. If the tank count is low, there's a lot of opportunities that can come for the Protoss. But I feel like Maru's kind of fought this off.
Yeah, for sure. He looked better throughout on that, I think. Now, the third command center gets started. A couple more Raxes are finishing up. So Maru is going to field a huge army at this point. And I don't see good stall tactics other than blinking around. And I don't think the blinking around is going to be enough here. All right, he comes in. He's going to force a cancel on that third CC. That's a great move. Going to pick off a few SCVs. Again, a great move.
Yeah.
Surprised that the depots didn't go up there.
Yeah, that was definitely a misplay.
And look, this is exactly, like, herO is doing exactly what he needs because Maru's army just kills him if he can't stall it out. And he just stalled it out a lot.
He's just doing these hit and run moves. That is not a lot. He needs to run away with that. I think he has to plug that entrance up. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I would have liked to see another force field there.
Ah!
Okay. Another little Blink Stalker counterattack. Oh, man. Really not going very well for herO here. This, I mean, it looks good for Maru, but as we've seen, every time it feels like someone's about to kill the other guy, they throw away their army, and then it's...
Yeah.
So I don't want to call it, but... Well, I mean, that is a scary Maru army. Now, the Zealots actually get up on top of the tanks, but double auto turret will push this back very quickly.
I think Maru might just have enough to kind of overpower him here. You know, I do like the fact that he killed those tanks off, but I see more tanks coming in here.
Now, he already used overcharge here, by the way. Almost kills that cannon off. The Zealot's trying to run in, but Maru has the critical mass, so he is starting to absolutely eliminate everything.
He's just tearing through this. It's getting shredded. I think we're going to see herO tap out. But I got to say, this was a really fun series to start the day off. Pretty epic, too. We've been on for over an hour now with these two.
Yeah. Man, all right. Maru is just finishing him off at this point.
Yeah, he's just going to slowly whittle him down.
And look, this was a fantastic series. Like, honestly, we said it even at the beginning, this is kind of like the match of the day. Maru versus herO, and they definitely delivered a very close one, back and forth. But Maru coming out on top, I think that bodes very well for him this season.
Yeah.
Like, to win here against herO, who you're looking at as... Like, do you think herO's going to lose any of the Zergs in this group? I don't.
I don't, man. I mean, that, I don't know, this whole best of 3 was just so fun. I guess he's actually barely holding this. Sometimes it can kind of be misleading what's underneath the medevacs.
Yeah, but like even if he holds, it doesn't really matter because Maru has that third base up. His production is fantastic. And he's just barely holding. He's not actually building into anything that's going to give him more power This is just him microing frantically with his gateway units. All right, we should be seeing GG now. Literally nothing left to do.
Yeah, this is the end. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to defend here. The rest of the probes are going to be picked off. This should be GG any second. Armor just now finishes. But, man, herO, a real threat here. But, again, you know, Maru is like the ultimate test of what Terran can do. And there it is, GG.
Okay, Maru taking down that first match.
Yeah.
That was an amazing one. What a way to start the day off. Wow.
Dude, it was pretty crazy, man. And so now we're going to go to our next best of 3. But herO, again, a real threat, I think, to any race, to any player in this group.
For sure.
And definitely, you know, having his own approach to Protoss. I really like that DT game as well.
Oh, that was
Kind of
that was super nifty.
You see stuff, you see play like that, and you're like, why are all the other Protosses not doing this all the time? Like, this looks so strong, and, you know, it definitely put Maru behind for periods of that game.
Well, that game was, like, they were both playing off the cuff for almost the entire game, I think. So,
Guys, we're going to go to a break. Zoun vs DRG coming up next.